And so I told him that it feels uncomfortable, but I explained to him it's a discomfort like when you eat food with your hands for the first time, or when you walk barefoot. There's a certain discomfort that comes along with that. Like, I don't know if you've ever eaten, like some of you who are from, Africa or other cultures in which you have your fufu and you eat it with your hands and whatnot. I tried that once, and it felt, I had juice and everything all between my fingers, and it felt icky, right? But it felt icky at first until and this is how I explained, until you become one with those senses that you feel when you feel the juice between your fingers, and you feel the food on your tips, and when you feel the grass between your toes. It's like the discomfort of being free. Like some people who wear tight jeans understand, because the tight jeans keep you in, but when you take it off, you're free and you are just blah. So it's like it's uncomfortable in the feeling of just wide openness, like with your shoes off in the grass. But it's only uncomfortable until you feel the sensation of that cool grass between your toes, or the pebbles beneath your feet, or the earth caressing your soul. And then you realize that the discomfort that you feel is in the fact that you've been socialized. You've been socialized to distance yourself from emotion, distance yourself from sensation with a fork stabbing your food. Think about how violent that is. You take a fork and you stab your food with it. People in Japan know, because they have their ohashi that caresses their food and brings it to their mouth. But if you think about even with the ohashi, there's a distance there. But when you touch the food, and you get into contact with your senses, and you realize that the discomfort you feel is one that's been programmed into you, socialized into you by culture and experiences and baggage, etc. Like, if you think about children just love wide open, free. They could meet a person very first day and say, I love you, and they mean it, and you hug them, and you feel the wide open love inside of them. But somewhere along the line, somewhere in our lives, we've been taught to fear the off-kiltering of love. Like when you're on that ride in the amusement park, and you're in this, it's like centrifugal, and you stand up against the wall, and the thing begins to spin, and then the floor drops from beneath you, and that instant sense of panic that you get because the floor has dropped. But then you realize, oh, I am held here by the wall. And I think that in life, a lot of us get away from that natural essence of knowing that no matter what, we are going to be held in the love of the Most High, that we're going to be cradled in the way that things were meant to be, and that never, at any single point in our lives ever, no matter how bad the heartbreak or the heartache or the heart feeling or anything, that we've ever been left alone. And I think that when we come back into connection with our pure essence and tap into that love divine, when we realize that no matter what, we're going to be okay, then we realize that every single heartbreak that we've ever had in the past has led up to this point, and that never once have we ever been alone, but we've still been cradled. Still been stuck here. We've had the unending, that agape. We've had that comforting, consoling, covering love of the Most High holding us here.